Ted Cruz wants money. Ted Cruz always wants money. Ted Cruz is currently suing the Federal Election Commission, a case that's in front of the Supreme Court now, to be able to give himself more money back from his campaigns. But of course, with politicians, left and right, by the way, it's never enough. They always need more money. And they have to come up with new and creative ways to raise that money. And Ted Cruz thinks he's found the latest gold mine thanks to a Republican conspiracy theory about the FBI somehow being involved in the Capitol riot. Last week, Ted Cruz sent out campaign emails that said this: did any FBI agents or confidential informants actively participate in the events of that day? We know the FBI has been misused in the past to target President Trump and our conservative movement and run interference for the Democrats. What are they trying to hide now about the events of January 6, 2021? I'm working hard to expose the full truth and shine a light on whether there was any FBI involvement on that day, and the liberal media can't stand it. You're right. We can't stand when people lie. We can't stand when people push conspiracy theories that have been debunked over and over and over and over and over again. It gets a little annoying. It's obnoxious, to be honest with you. And while we're being honest, I gotta say, it's a bit exhausting. It kind of sucks having to debunk the same thing over and over and over again, but apparently that's our job now. Because the rest of the media is not doing it. They're just letting y'all say whatever the hell you want to say, so it's our job. We have to do this, and yes, it does piss us off. Not because we have to keep debunking it, though, but because there's still people in this country stupid enough to believe it. See, that's the problem. Stupidity is what angers me. Stupidity is what enrages me. And no, there is absolutely no available evidence to suggest that this was some kind of FBI operation to entrap these people into attacking the Capitol that day. Because, by the way, that's the conspiracy theory. And we have heard it pushed. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Tucker Carlson, Donald Trump, all these other people, including Ted Cruz now, have pushed this conspiracy theory that somehow it was the FBI. Or maybe, according to some of them, it was Antifa. Or maybe, according to others, it was Black Lives Matter. But anyway, they infiltrated the crowd. And they're the ones who quietly, sneakily said, let's go attack the Capitol. And everybody said, oh, hell yeah. And then they slunk off away while everybody else committed those crimes. That didn't happen. And you know how we know it didn't happen? Because we have the testimony from the Capitol rioters themselves. They admitted, and actually just talked about this in the previous video, they admitted that they did what they did, not because anybody in the crowd was telling them to go do it, but because Trump himself told them to go do it. And they did get caught up in the moment. And of course, they did feed off the energy in the crowd, but at the end of the day, they say that guy up on stage, Donald Trump, is the one who enraged me. He's the one who made me go do this. So that's the biggest way we know that this is absolutely just a conspiracy theory being pushed by Republicans trying to raise money or gain more viewers. But they're not going to stop it. They're not going to stop it because they're putting forward a point that you can't necessarily disprove with evidence, right? There's no documentation that the FBI wasn't involved in this because they weren't involved in it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't prove that you didn't fly to the moon today. Can you? No, you can't. But you didn't. We know you didn't. But you can't document and account for every single second of the day. Not everybody in your orbit saw you for every second of the day. Maybe when you dipped off to the bathroom, you actually flew to the moon. They can't guarantee that you didn't. I know that sounds really stupid, folks, but I'm giving you that as an example because that's the problem. You can't disprove a negative in this case. The FBI wasn't there. Can you prove the FBI wasn't there? No, you can't. And Republicans are latching on to conspiracies like that because they know that even though it's not true, it's damn near impossible to prove that it's not true. And until we're able to do that, people like Ted Cruz are going to keep raising tons and tons of money by pushing these idiotic conspiracy theories.